Hello, and thank you for tuning in. I am just getting home from my men's group. I'm a part of a beautiful group called the Mankind Project. And honestly, I just feel so good, so much more relaxed, so much more peaceful and balanced. And it's because this is a safe space to just really be my authentic self in my heart and to move through things authentically and with a lot of support that I'm moving through. And so this video is not necessarily about, Mankind Project, although I do recommend that group. Very positive community. It's just really, this video is just about the power of spiritual community and how important it is to have people that you can be your full and true and authentic self with. Um, we are communal people, and it's just so healing. And I just feel after going to this group tonight, I've been a part of this group now for a year. Actually, rejoined for the past year. Um, this has been a big healing for me throughout my life. I have so many people who have loved and supported me throughout my life. And honestly, I have not always been able to fully appreciate you. If you're watching this and have been a part of my life, I thank you. You've been an amazing impact and gift. Um, for me, when I really, embarked on my twin flame journey, I experienced so much change so fast that I didn't know how to maintain. Like my focus went completely on these relationships, and I mean on my twin flame relationship. And so, I'm really in the process now of growing my spiritual community again, um, reconnecting to people that I've known before. Um, and just want to say I appreciate you and I thank you for all the wonderful things that you've been and done for me. New community, whether it's through, we're going to a local church, um, and um, my men's group, my work. These are the primary ways I'm building relationship right now, and of course through um, Deanna's family and some other people in my life, my own family to a certain extent. So it's a healing process because this is something that I haven't mastered in my life. Otherwise, but I'm growing in that. I still consider, Twin Flames Universe to be my community, even though I'm not directly involved. And this is an important message from this video too, is that anyone is your community who you choose to love and hold in a space of love in your heart. Even if there's healing that needs to happen in that relationship, just know that in God's kingdom, there's only oneness and there is no separation. And it's an internal understanding. So no matter where you find yourself, with surrounded by people who love and support you, or maybe you feel that there aren't, know that in God's truth, you are fully, of course, number one, you're fully and completely supported by God. God loves you and you're never alone. And that's true for everybody. And God also, in his kingdom, there's only one child. We're all part of his one child, every single child. We're all, of course, individual and unique, but we're also one. We're one child of God. And that should give you a lot of peace that, this is something Jeff Hinchley teaches, that all relationships are destined to become sacred. Even people you've had some really big challenges with, you focus, as the teaching says, on loving yourself, loving God, and loving your twin flame first and foremost. And God will show you the path to healing. If you desire more relationships, you call them in your heart and you claim them. And God answers your prayer and you trust Him with that. Uh, we've been praying for that, and God is showing us the way. God knows what relationships are going to truly support you. And when you place him first, you can trust that, you never have to sacrifice yourself or compromise for those relationships of love. You just love yourself and trust where you're drawn, trust where God leads you. Um, God desires everyone to be just fully and deeply supported by so much loving community. And often that starts with just appreciating whatever you do have. Even if it's just, you know what, I have a good relationship with people at work or some people at work. I have a good relationship with the guy next door. I have, a good relationship with people I meet when I'm out and about. I choose to be respectful and kind. Um, Church or sports or relationships. This is another thing that Jeff and Julia teach, that's your greatest treasure. There's no greater gold. There's no greater gift God can give you than the gift of love in the form of supportive divine relationships. So cherish them and love them and honor them. This is a very deep lesson for me. Make sure that you are an asset to your relationships. Um, Jeff and Shlee have a very great course in Dreams Coming True. They have a Dreams Coming True, like a 20 course lesson, and one of those is divine relationships. And they teach how it's a place where all of you have permission to be all of you, and you accept all of the other person. So both people are able to be and express all that they are. And that doesn't mean just saying every thought. It means that in a spiritual way, you show up and you know that you're fully loved for who you are. And you fully love and appreciate the other person for who you are. Nobody has to chop off or hide away a part of themselves. That's a truly divine relationship, unconditional and complete love and appreciation for one another. And of course, that starts with the inner work of giving that to yourself. So we don't need to look outside of ourselves to have that. We give it to ourselves first and cultivate that deep self love within. And that's what attracts these relationships that are so deeply loving and supportive. But the key is that you establish a practice. This is the main focus of Twin Flame Ascension School, is you establish that practice, that deep practice of self-love. So that you're not thinking, I need to go outside of myself. You're not expecting or needing from your relationships. That doesn't feel good for anybody. You don't like it when people do that to you either, but you give yourself everything you need. You support yourself completely through your life and love yourself. And that is how you cultivate healthy and mature relationships where you get to appreciate each other. It doesn't mean that, we don't support each other and that there aren't times that we need each other's support, but it's in an organic way that feels good. And you can always tell, our hearts are an internal barometer to the health of a relationship. And it's about having, once you have a healthy relationship with yourself, you know how to communicate your needs and wants to other people. And that's how you have a healthy relationship. Um, a lot of people, get stuck in that trap of expecting other people to know more about you than they possibly could. Only you can set the boundaries, only you can express your needs and wants. Um, and so it's important that you come to really deeply love and know yourself to have those healthy relationships. So it seems like, I just kind of went off on a lot of different aspects of relationship. This video was just pouring to come out. So it must be really important for you to understand that you are meant to have divine, healthy, and supportive relationships and to claim that in your heart. And you don't have to accept relationships in your life that don't fully love and support you. Or at least you can set boundaries where it need to be. That doesn't mean that you have to completely set a boundary to a person, but you can set a boundary to a behavior or a type of relating that doesn't feel good and open up the door to the ways of relating in a relationship that do feel good. Because ultimately, that's the purpose of relationships, to build each other up in love. And that relationship is served when love is the foundation of that relationship. You have that love for God and for yourself, and that love is expressed in a pure and divine way in that relationship. So I bless you with divine relationships. I thank you um, if you've been a part of my life and you've loved me and you've blessed me. I really thank you and I appreciate you. And I pray for an abundance of loving relationships and a growth in heartfelt, uh, loving, joyful, deep relationships in this beautiful new year. It truly is the greatest gold, and I bless you with so much of it. Thank you so much for watching. I send you so much love and blessing in this new year. I'll see you next time.